Now let's shift our focus to our next session, which is focused on integration, the invincible key ingredient of the digital jungle. And I would like to introduce you all to the speaker, Mr. Himanshu Patel, Head of Sales India and Middle East from Magic Software Enterprises. Mr. Himanshu is an engineer turned general management professional having more than 17 years of extensive experience in strategic planning, profit center operations, key accounts management, team building, and portfolio management. He has proven experience in setting up the entire end-to-end business operations, managing P&L and improving margins and overall profitability by reducing costs in a startup environment as well as a multinational organization. He has been playing a key role in leading many of the key digital initiatives across multiple industries and geographies. With this note, can we please give them a huge round of applause to welcome him on stage?
Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Himanshu Patel from Magic Software Enterprises, an Israeli multinational. Today, we are going to touch upon a very important aspect of digital transformation. All of you will certainly agree to me that salt is one of the key ingredients for food. Likewise, oxygen for life, or exercising or laughing for living healthy. Right? So those are just metaphors used on a lighter note. Right? Let me come to the straight point that can we all imagine a digital transformation or fully digital transformation without integration? Is it really possible? Right? I personally think it is not possible. Right? So in my today's session, I am going to talk about one of the key invincible ingredient of the digital jungle called integration. Here, the digital jungle is just an analogy used for reference purpose and to make the things a bit interesting. In my further slides, I am going to talk about what and why part of integration, how part of integration, and I am also going to present you a tool or a solution which will help us all in terms of quickly delivering the integration projects. Right. So without waiting much, let's enter inside the digital jungle and see what is there for all of us. I am very much excited about this journey, and I am sure you all will also enjoy the journey of digital jungle. Welcome to the digital era. It's a jungle out there, right? So, all of you will certainly agree to me that these are very competitive times, right? It's the age of digital transformation. Business environment is changing. Let me put it more accurately, it's rapidly changing, right? So just look at where the world is moving, especially after the COVID-19 kind of pandemic situations. And all these situations are clearly telling us that the demand will be for more and more digital and less manual, right? So for example, just to open a bank account today, neither we have to visit bank's branch in person, neither we have to meet any bank's representative in person. It's all can be done via online channels, right? Video KYCs and all those stuff. Imagine another example, like as soon as you enter to a bank's branch, right, a camera at the front gate will take your picture and then validate your identity as one of the key HNI customer for a bank's branch, right? Immediate alert will goes to branch manager, and he or she can directly come at the gate and to serve you, right? So it's a kind of creating another level of delightful customer experience, right? It's all digital, right? So businesses must transform their organizations to adapt technological advances and changes in the cultures, right, in order for a better growth. So we must transform, and there is no other option left with us for better growth, right? So we always have to be ready for as of yesterday basis kind of business delivery demands, right? So I want it and I want it now kind of delivery demands, right? And one important thing is if we keep doing the business as usual and if we do not innovate, then definitely we are going to be irrelevant one day and die, right? Digital disruption, right? So the digital disruption has already happened. You are either the disruptor or, right, or disrupted, right? So there are only two choices, right? Either just to see what is happening or disrupt something. So almost everything that can be digitized or automated definitely will be, right? So I could either watch it happen or be a part of it, right? As I mentioned, two choices. So there are a lot of activities happening in the digital jungle, right? So organizations are working or doing a lot of activities in order to meet their digital goals, right? They're working on different projects, right, to achieve their digital goals, right? So they are working on numerous mobile applications, they are working on cloud-based applications, they are trying to stand out differently through innovative business processes, they are trying to improvise the customer experience, right? They are trying to automate their manual business processes so they can operate globally 24/7, right? Or they are trying to provide self-service options, right, that today's customers, Gen Z customers or millennial customers demands, right? They are trying to leverage new IoT capabilities for their offerings. So these all are activities happening in and around the digital jungle, right? Challenges within the digital jungle, right? So there are few important challenges or constraints which I have listed down over here, right, which technology teams needs to manage effectively to succeed in their digital journey, right? Let us look at those challenges. Like, technology teams are working on multiple projects of different type of projects, right? Cloud, mobile, custom, out-of-the-box solution, platforms and stuff like that, right? Business units are, more demanding, right? So it's kind of as of yesterday basis delivery demands they have always, right? I want it now, not I want it, but I want it now, right? Multiple systems like legacy systems, new cloud edge systems, right? Challenges of integrating those systems, right? Change is always constant, right? So business is always evolving, right? So changes to the existing business processes, right? It's a continuous process, right? And one of the most important aspect is in the context of integration, let's say, how can we find a team, right? In the context of integration which has the knowledge about multiple systems, right? And diversified systems, multiple technology stacks, right? That is a kind of a shortage of a technical skills. If we do not find the right people, we do not develop the team that way, right? It is a shortage of a technical skill, and we may be still relying on the point-to-point integration methodologies by writing some custom codes, programs, right? Then obviously we are creating a lot of dependencies on the person, right? People who actually does that programs and codes, right? And let's say with usually no documentation, if that person leaves, that is a big risk for organization. People are still busy with manual, repetitive processes, right? So they are less focusing on optimizations, innovations, right? So we really need to think on, which are the challenges resonates with us and what would we consider is the biggest challenge, right? Yeah, so since we have seen the activities happening inside the digital jungle and, obviously challenges and constraints of the digital jungle, based on my experience working with, working on large digital transformation programs and projects across multiple geographies, across multiple industries, I can definitely say the integration is always, virtually central to any digital strategy. And I'm sure you all will also agree to me that integration is the key invincible ingredient of the digital transformation. So what you need to be king or queen of the jungle, right? Basically what you need to win the race of this digital transformation, right? So as we have already seen the activities happening inside the digital jungle, we have seen the challenges of the digital jungle as well, right? So we do not have any options left with us, to accept the integration as one of the key invincible ingredient of the digital jungle. And when we accept that, the next immediate question comes in mind is how can we implement that organization-wise or enterprise-wide, right? Is there any tool or solution or technology which can help us all, to face those challenges, right? Or traverse, smooth travel to our journey of digital transformation. Right? So I have tried to list down, few important characteristics or parameters, right, which one should look into the enterprise-grade integration platform or solution, right? So like the tool or solution should be friendly and easy to use, right? It has everything, but at the same time, easy to navigate what we are looking out for, right? So that's a friendliness, pre-built and certified connectors and adapters. So if it has, it should have the connectors for, standard IT applications. Apart from that, technology endpoints, messaging protocols, right? Multiple tech stack, right? And if those connectors are certified one, nothing like it, right? Ability to connect everything else apart from standard applications or standard technology stack, let's say custom applications, tailor-made applications, cloud applications, mobile applications, legacy applications. Right? It should have the capabilities to connect everything, right? Connect cloud or on-premise systems, multi-cloud systems, hybrid environments, right? It should provide the capabilities of integrated business process management rather than just ETL kind of functionality, right? Fast time to market. So as I mentioned, business units are more demanding, right? They always want, I want it, they always comes with I want it now kind of mentality, right? So the tool or solution should help us to quickly deliver those integration projects. Single skill set, right? So, at least in the context of integration, let's say, as I mentioned, the shortage of a technical skill is one of the key challenge, right? So, one person can learn one tool and then, at least, if not hundreds, at least he or she can, integrate 10 or 15 or 20 applications, right? So, one-stop solution for multiple integration across the organization. So, that is called single skill set. Scalability, right? Obviously, the whole point of doing these multiple integration projects is for scalability, right? Scaling the business, growing the business, right? And that scalability should be economical, right? And not to break the bank, right? And it should provide proper security mechanism, right? Robust infrastructure and all, right? And definitely if you find one tool or platform which has all these capabilities, definitely it is going to give you high returns on investment. Yeah, so let me introduce 𝗓𝗍𝗃, which is no-code, code-free integration platform, friendly, right-sized integration solution for data integration, across multiple diversified applications, business and process integration suite. Right? It's completely no-code. Yeah. So with 5 keys to success, 𝗓𝗍𝗃 no-code integration platform makes integration easy, right? I have tried to summarize the capabilities in 5 categories, right? One is multi-purpose, right? So 𝗓𝗍𝗃 is, as I mentioned, it can be used for multiple purposes, right? It has a lot of standard IT application connectors like SAP, Finacle Core Banking, or Oracle JD Edwards, Microsoft Dynamics 365, right? Business Central, or Finance and Operations, right? Many IT application connectors, right? Apart from standard IT application connectors, it also has the connectors for various technology endpoints and messaging protocols like REST API, SOAP API, WCF services, OData services, JMS, MSMQ, WebSphere MQ, FTP file-based integrations, email-based integrations, TCP, HL7, right? So all variety of application connectors. So as far as today's digital world is concerned, it supports almost all the technology stack in the context of integration. It's a cloud native. You can deploy it on-premise, you can deploy it on private cloud, right? You can do containerized based deployments like Kubernetes and all, right? So the one tool for multiple purposes, right? You can integrate on-premise applications, legacy applications, right? Even it has the standard connector for IBM iSeries, which is AS400 systems, right? Fast and friendly. It's completely no-code platform, code-free. You don't need to write any code in any programming language to allow multiple diversified applications to talk to each other. It's all drag and drop, it's all plug in and plug out, right? Configuring the components at the right place in your business process, and you can achieve the integration, right? So it's a fast and friendly, so you can quickly deliver the integration projects. Powerful orchestration capability. So when I say integration, it is not just about interconnecting two or more applications, right? It provides you, it supports various, variety of integration patterns like, ESB, which is an enterprise service bus, right? You can have real-time triggering mechanisms, support for web services, APIs, right? Multiple forms like REST, SOAP, WCF, OData, right? It has connectors to all variety of databases, right? And then you can do data transformation between source and destination systems, right? You can write your own custom business logic. It provides you ready-made regular expression builder with 100+ functions where you can design your custom business logic as well, right? It also gives you capabilities of scheduling your business processes and real-time business processes, right? So you can do ETL kind of functionalities as well, right? It gives you capabilities of doing the field-to-field data mapping, one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-many, right? Any sort of complex data mapping, field-to-field mapping between source and destination systems, right? It also gives you the capabilities of transforming your manual business processes to a digital business processes. So I mean to say automating your back-end business processes, right? So when somebody just sending you an email with the Excel attachment, as soon as the email arrives, you want to trigger a business process. Let's say connect to ERP, connect to core banking, do something, validate something, and then respond back to email without human intervention. So you can create event-driven architecture, microservices architecture, composite services, right? It provides you all those capabilities. Robust, right? So when I say, obviously, as I mentioned, scalability is one of the important aspects, right? So it provides you all robust infrastructure capabilities as well, right? It gives you high availability, active clustering out of the box, right? Auto recovery, guaranteed message delivery. So when you run, deploy Magic XPI on multiple servers, right? If one of the server goes down by any chance in worst case scenario, right? Automatically the request will be taken over by other active servers, right? So your end user, whoever is using those interfaces, will not face any issue even if the server is down at the back end, right? So this is very, very important in today's digital world, right? To offer the frictionless services to your stakeholders, right? Monitoring, very, very important aspect. When you do a point-to-point integration by writing custom codes and program, you do not have any central utility for monitoring everything, right? Here it will give you a very good interface for monitoring, right? Dashboards, how many requests arrived, processed, pending, what is the input payload you have received from source system, what is the transformation you have generated, what is the output you have generated, right? What you have passed as an output to a destination system, what is the logic you have written. So everything is transparently visible there. Any errors, exception handling, it gives you a lot of capabilities around retrying, setting up and configuring the retrying mechanism. At what interval you want to retry, how many times you want to keep on retrying, right? All those capabilities are readily available, and we just have to drag and drop and configure the things, right? These are some of our global customers like Sony, Adidas, Reebok, Honda, Coopers. These are some of the names from India like Tata Housing, Himalaya, Godrej Properties, VFS, Mahindra, Coromandel, Australia, New Zealand, Philippines, Thailand. So the important point to highlight across all these customer logo slide is, since ours is a technology platform, it can be used by any industry or vertical, right? It is not meant for any specific domain or industry. It's a technology. Yeah, we are strategic partners with all these IT application vendors as well, like SAP, IBM, Oracle, Microsoft. About my company, got founded in the year 1983, Israeli company, listed on NASDAQ as well as Tel Aviv Stock Exchange of Israel, 1,000+ employees worldwide. By ourselves, we are present in 24 countries. In around 50 countries, we are working through partners and distributor networks. Right? 3,500+ global partners and millions of happy end users of our technology platforms. That's it. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you so much, Himanshu. Do we have any question for him? All right. Thank you so much, Himanshu, but please stay back. And I'll request Mr. Atul Srivastava from Trident Group India to come forward and felicitate him. Can we have a round of applause for him?
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thank you so much once again.